Welcome student in Krishna Mahavidyalaya Retre Budruk. I am Deshmukh DK. Today we will study a electrostatic part 18. In previous lecture we had studied a reduction of electric field due to polarization of a dielectric in electrostatic part 17 and also various dielectric materials and their constant. All these points had been covered in previous lecture. In today's lecture we will studied a capacitors and capacitance. These 2 points will completely studied in this lecture. What is meant by capacitors, or explain the concept of capacitors and explain the concept of capacitance. These two concepts will be studied in this lecture, and combination of capacitors in series and parallel arrangement will be studied in next lecture. All these 2 points, that is capacitors and capacitance, these 2 points are detailed studied in this lecture. First we will detailed explain the concept of capacitors and then the concept of capacitance. First, general explanation of capacitors or need of capacitors in electrical circuit is explained as like a resistor is an electrical component which allows the current to pass through it and dissipate heat but can't store electrical energy. Whenever in a resistor an electrical circuit or electrical component which allows a resistor is an electrical component which allows the flow of electric current through it, and at that time there is a dissipate heat but can't store electrical energy. There must be a dissipation of heat but cannot store electrical energy. So there was a need to develop a device that store electrical energy more and more. There in electricity there is a necessity of instrument or necessity of electrical instrument to store electrical energy. So in this need there must be a formation of a capacitor, or this is a production or theory of production of capacitors, because in electrical circuit we will necessity to the storing large amount of energy or large amount of electrical energy at a low potential or at a constant potential. So this is the theory of generation of capacitor or production or origin of capacitor or theory of origin of capacitor, then the most common arrangement for this necessity or for this consists of a set of conductors or conducting plates having charges on them are separated by a dielectric material. There is a combination or arrangement of combination of conducting plates or two conductors or two conducting plates having on having separated by each other by dielectric material. Then the condensers then the conductors first, that is conducting plate first and second, shown in figure 8.23, have charges plus Q plus capital Q on plate first or conductors first and minus capital Q on conducting plates second or conductors second, with a potential difference V equal to V1 minus V2 between them. There are two parallel plate which is shown in figure 8.23. In this two parallel conducting metal plates are separated by a very small distance. In this very small distance there are a dielectric material, and these two parallel plates, first parallel plate and second parallel plate, are vertically parallel to each other. In first parallel plate there is plus capital Q charge, and in second parallel conducting metal plate there is minus capital Q charge. So in between these two vertically parallel metal conducting plates there is some dielectric material can be placed in between first and second conducting metal plate. So potential or electric potential difference V equal to V1 minus V2 between them. These two parallel plate, there are a potential difference V, and which is equal to V1 minus V2. The electric field is in the region between them is proportional to the charge. In between these two metal parallel plates there is a electrical field or electric field which is proportional to the charge capital Q. The potential difference V is the work done to carry a unit positive test charge from the conductor to conductor 1, that is from the conductor second to conductor first, against the electric field. There is a potential V is the or potential difference V is the work done to carry a unit positive test charge from conductor second to conductor first, that is from metal plate second to metal plate first, against the electric field. This work done is opposite to the electric field. As this work done will be proportional to charge Q, because potential is proportional to the charge Q, or electric field is proportional to the charge Q, then the work done is also proportional to the charge Q. Then we can write V, that is potential, is directly proportional to Q, and whenever charge is increases, at that time potential also increases. Means potential or potential difference or electric potential is depends on charge. Whenever quantity of charge increases, at that time potential also increases. Then the ratio Q upon V is constant. The ratio of charge to the electric potential remains constant. Then this constant is nothing but capital C equal to Q upon V. This constant equal to Q upon V. The constant C is called as capacitance of the capacitor. This constant capital C is known as or called as the capacitance or capacity of capacitor, which depends on size, shape, and separation of the system of two conductors. That is, separate this capacitance is depends upon the size of conductors, that is metal plates first and second, then shape of metal plates first and second, and separation between two metal plates, that is two conductors of the system. This is the equation of capacitance, C equal to Q upon V. Then the SI unit of capacitance or capacity is farad, capital F. The SI unit of capacitance or capacity is farad, which is denoted as letter capital F. The dimension of or the dimensional formula is m raised to minus 1, L raised to minus 2, T raised to 4, A raised to 2. Again, we explain the dimensional formula of capacitance is in this way, in square bracket capital M raised to minus 1, capital L raised to minus 2, capital T raised to 4, capital A raised to 2, square bracket completed. This is the dimensional formula of capacitance or capacity. Then 1 farad capacity equal to 1 coulomb charge divided by 1 volt potential. This equation can be arise from above equation, which equation is C equal to Q upon V. From this equation, we can write 1 farad capacitance equal to 1 coulomb charge divided by 1 volt potential. This is the formula for unit of 1 farad capacitance, or this is the formula for 1 farad capacitance. In this way, 1 farad capacitance equal to 1 coulomb charge divided by 1 volt potential. From this equation, we will explain, or we have write, or we say the definition of 1 farad capacitance or capacity is in this way. Definition of 1 farad capacitance is as like to this: if the potential difference across two parallel plates rises by 1 volt when 1 coulomb of charge is given to it, is called as 1 farad capacitance or 1 farad capacity. This is the definition of 1 farad capacitance or 1 farad capacity. In practice, farad is a big unit of measurement of capacitance or capacity. The most commonly used units are its submultiples by following relations is as like: 1 microfarad capacitance or capacity equal to 10 raised to minus 6 farad. Then 1 nanofarad capacitance or capacity equal to 10 raised to minus 9 farad. And 1 picofarad capacitance or capacity equal to 10 raised to minus 12 farad. All these conversion formulae or all these conversions relations are most useful to solving various numericals on the concept of capacitance or capacity. In this way, we have explained the general concept of capacitance and capacitors. Then next point is use of capacitors and principle of capacitors. Uses of capacitors or principles of capacitors is the new point. So in this point, we have explained, or we will explain the concept of capacitors. First, we will well known the difference between capacitance and capacitor. Capacitance is the property of capacitor, or capacitance is the property of material, and capacitor is the device to storage the quantity of electrical energy or quantity of charge. These are the two physical concepts, means capacitance and capacitors are the two physical concepts. Here we will explain the principle of capacitor. So in this point, we will explain following ways. To understand the principle of capacitor, let us consider a metal plate P1 having area capital A. Let some positive charge plus Q be given to this plate. Let its potential be V, or let its potential is V. Its capacity is given by C1 equal to Q upon V. Therefore, capacity or capacitance of plate P1 is C1 equal to capital Q upon capital V. Now consider another insulated metal plate P2 held near to the plate P1. Then by induction, a negative charge is produced on the nearer, that is inner face, and an equal positive charge develops on the further or outer face of P2 plate, which is shown in figure 8.24a. This is all these explanations shown in figure 8.24a. The induced negative charge lowers the potential of plate P1. Induced negative charge on plate P2 can be lowered or can be low down the potential of plate P1, while the induced positive charge raises its potential. In outer surface or outer face of plate P2 there is a induced positive charge, which induced positive charge rise potential of plate P1. So, which is shown in figure 8.24a. As the induced negative charge is closer to the plate P1, it is more effective. It is more effective, and thus there is a net reduction in the potential of plate P1. There is net reduction in electric potential of plate P1 if the outer surface of P2 is connected to the earth. Then induced positive charges on plate P2 being free flows to the earth. Whenever plate P2 is earthed or grounded on outer face of plate P2, there is a positive charges. All these positive charges move towards the earth or ground whenever plate P2 is earthed or grounded. So, the induced negative charge on plate P2 stays on it. Induced negative charge on inner face of plate P2 remains staying on inner face of plate P2 as parallel plate is bounded on positive charge of P1. This greatly reduces the potential of P2, which is shown in figure 8.24b. This greatly reduces the electric potential of plate P2 whenever plate P2 is grounded or earthed. Then, if V1 is potential on plate P2 due to the charge minus Q, then the net potential of the system will now be plus V minus V1. So, in this earthing or from the figure 8.24b, we have write the net potential of the system of the capacitor or system of the plate P1 and P2. This can be right, or net potential of the plate P1 and P2 will have plus V minus V1. So substitute this value in capacity or in the capacitance of C2. Hence, the capacity of the combination of two plates whenever plate P2 is grounded or earthed, at that time capacity or capacitance of the system can be written in this way: C2 equal to Q upon V1, therefore C2 equal to Q upon V minus V1. So, in this way, potential can be reduced, or electric potential can be reduced whenever plate P2 is grounded or earthed. At that time, capacity C2 equal to Q upon V minus V1. This is the capacity of system of plate P1 and P2. So, from equation C2 and from equation C1, and C2, we concluded that C2 is greater than C1. From equation C1 and C2, we have concluded that C2 is greater than C1, means plate P2 of capacitor can be grounded or earthed. At that time, potential can be reduces, and whenever potential reduces, at that time capacity of the system, that is C2, can be increased from C1. So in this way, there is the formation of capacitor. At that time, capacity or to storage, or the ability of to storage the charge or electrical energy of the conductor can be increases. So this is the actual fact of capacitors, or actual uses or actual use of capacitors. Thus, capacity of metal plate P1 is increased by placing an identical earth connected metal plate P2 near it. Means whenever a system of two metal plates, that is P1 and P2, whenever P2 is earthed or connected to the earth or grounded, at that time capacity of the conductor or capacity of the metal plate of capacity of system of metal plate P1 and P2 increased. So, such an arrangement is called capacitor. So in this way, these two metal plates, that is P1 and P2, can use vertically, and in between these two metal plates, very small distance of separation there. In this very small distance of separation, there is a dielectric material. At that time, or in this system of P1 and P2 metal plates, this arrangement is called capacitor, and it is symbolically shown in this way, which is shown in the figure or in the diagram or in small diagram. So this is the concept of parallel plate, condenser or capacitor. Another name of capacitor is nothing but condenser. Condenser and capacitor is a two names of one electrical equipment, and which is a parallel plate condenser or capacitor, which is shown in small diagram here. If the conductors are plane, then it is called parallel plate capacitor or condenser. If the conductors are plane and which is vertical and parallel to each other, then it is called as parallel plate capacitor or condenser. We also have another two types of the capacitor or condensers, which is nothing but spherical shaped condenser or capacitor, and third one is cylindrical shaped capacitor or condenser, which in these three types are classified, or capacitors or condensers are divided into three types. First type is parallel plate condenser or capacitor. This type can detail explain above. Then second type is nothing but spherical shaped condenser or capacitor, and third type is nothing but cylindrical shaped capacitor or condenser. These three types are classified from their shape and size. All these three types are classified in their shapes. So in this way, we have completed here concept of capacitors, then concept of capacitance. So in this way, here or in this lecture, we have completed the concept of capacitance, then concept of capacitors, then three different types of capacitors or condensers. All these points or all these subtopics are very useful in electrostatic for HSC board exam as well as MSTCET question or MSTCET exam. So student, okay, thank you.